First, we'll start this our class with yes. सोमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुं मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त देवी Hare Krishna, Karna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah. So the pastimes of Lord Rama or Lord Ramayana, it is very, very sweet. And it is the pastimes of Lord Rama or all the pastimes of the Ramayana are so charming actually. They are so charming. So, so they are not only charming into this world actually. So now also you see like, all throughout the India. So the glamour of Lord Rama is such, like you'll see even like Ayodhya, Lord Ram, and whole. If you see the politics of India, it completely central around the Lord Ram actually, Lord Ram and Ayodhya and so on. Because the politicians they also know कि Lord Rama is such amazing figure, which is ideal for everyone actually. So that's why the concept of Ram Rajya has came from the ruling of Lord Ram only. कि how Lord Rama had ruled his reign in Ayodhya. No, so that becomes the role model for everyone actually. It is not only for that time, but even for the time which will be coming. And even when Sukdev Goswami he was telling Srimad Bhagavatam to Parishit Maharaj, even during that time also, the pastimes of Lord Ram they were so famous. Is when in ninth canto when pastimes of Lord Ram comes, no, then like Sukdev Goswami he tells. He tells ki this person called Lord Rama is well known to everyone. So that's why he tells very briefly actually. If you see in Srimad Bhagavatam there are various pastimes of different avatars of Lord comes. And if you go into nine cantos, then Shukdev Goswami he tells very briefly about the pastimes of Lord Ram. And it is there ki, because all of you are already aware about the various pastimes of Lord Ram. Because what? Because that time also the way nowadays various Ram Kathas are going on. So even in Dwapar was at a time when Shukdev Goswami, Parishit Maharaj and Yudhishthir Maharaj and all their reign was there. So that time also the pastimes of Lord Ram was so sweet. It was like very natural for the people to know about the various pastimes of Lord Ram. So that's why Shukdev Goswami had told very briefly about the pastimes of Lord Ram. Yeah, so that's why pastimes of Lord Ram is so sweet actually. And there are different types of rasas are there. If you go to the pastimes of Lord Ram, there are different rasas are there. If you go, there are different kandas are there, no? Like Sundar Kand, Ayodhya Kand, Bal Kand, and so on. And every kand has a different rasas. If you see how Valmiki Muni had composed the Ramayana, so Ramayana he has composed in a Karuna ras, like you see like so much tragedy, no, in the life of Lord Ram. If you see the Lord Ram's whole life, he was a completely perfect person actually. But what happened? As soon as if you see from starting only from his life, as soon as he get married, then he comes to the Ayodhya. He lives there for brief period actually, for 1 2 years, and he was supposed to be get coronated actually. And whole day, there was festival into throughout the kingdom. Everybody was celebrating this festival. And amid of that, the next day he has told to go into jungle. Like you just imagine this situation in your life. No, one day you are just supposed to be tomorrow. You will supposed to be coronated as the king of this world, and the same day you have told, eh, "Why plan is cancelled? Now you have to go back to. Now you have to go to jungle for one was for 14 years. How will be your reaction? No, but it's very amazing. You can see in the Ramayana actually how Lord Ram and how Sita deal with these situations. It's very amazing actually. So today specifically we'll be discussing this past tense of Lord Ram. When he was coronated, when he was coronated as the king of Ayodhya. So, and how Lord had reacted in this situation, and what things or what we can learn from the qualities of the Lord Ram. So that we'll discuss today. So actually, uh, when in Ayodhya, when Lord Ram he got married, during the Sita Swayamvar, and when he came back to Ayodhya, and then they were very just 1 minute. Yeah, and they were very lovingly living into Ayodhya. And Lord Ram was very amazing. Although Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughan, four princes were there, but Lord Ram was one of the most famous prince into Ayodhya. And everyone was loving Lord Ram so much, actually, even more than their own child. All the citizens of Ayodhya, they used to love Lord Ram so much. Even to get a one glimpse of Ram, everybody used to come early morning just in front of the palace of Dashrath Maharaj. And one day, uh, when Dashrath Maharaj has realized, everybody in the kingdom, they were loving Lord Ram so much, and Lord Ram was also very very able prince. No, then he discussed among his spiritual master Vashishta Muni. No, then other ministers of Ayodhya, like Sumant and so on. Then he discussed with them. I am thinking to retire as a king, and I am thinking to coronate on the Lord Ram on the throne of Ayodhya. He took a one meeting in the assembly of Ayodhya, and as soon as Dashrath Maharaj proclaimed this word, I am thinking to retire and coronate. I am thinking to coronate Lord Ram on the throne of Ayodhya. Then everybody started clapping actually. Everybody started clapping and everybody started glorifying Dashrath Maharaj. And Dashrath Maharaj, for a while, he became amazed. No, just imagine. For example, if somebody is chief minister of Maharashtra, वो बोल रहे हैं कि भाई tomorrow I am going to give resignation. Generally, what is his expectation? Generally, he will expect कि people they should become morons. वो बोले कि नहीं आप retire मत हो, you should continue your reign. And Dashrath Maharaj, he was also expecting the same. So when he announced, then for time he became amazed actually. Hey, what happened to these people actually? Then am I such a bad king? When I am retiring as a king, and these people they are like clapping and they are like uddwaring with Jai Ghosh. Like so he started thinking, am I really was ruling this kingdom very nicely? So this thought came in his mind. People they should become because you see if you read in the Ramayana in Balkand, there is description is there how Dashrath Maharaj he used to reign his kingdom. So Dashrath Maharaj was such amazing and such a qualified king. Even in all the parts of Ayodhya, there is to happen equal rain actually. Even in desert areas also there is to be rain there. Like he was so able king. And if it is not is to happen, then he by his own power he is to he is to reign in that all areas. Like he was such able king actually. And when he told like that in assembly, then he became completely amazed. And then Sumant, he asked the same question to his minister. Sumant Sumant was his prime minister actually. He asked him, ki, Sumant, am I really that bad king? Ki all you are very like and all you are happy because I am retiring. Then Sumant told to him, my dear king, it is not the case. No, you are really one of the most able king into Ayodhya till now. But Lord Ram is just an amazing person and people they love him so much. And he will rule the kingdom more more efficiently than you. And because people of the Ayodhya, they love Lord Ram so much, and even not only the people, even the ministers of the minister of Dashrath Maharaj, they used to love Lord Ram so much, they also become very happy in that situation. Then Dashrath Maharaj he also got pacified, and then he announced like we're going to coronate Lord Ram in this upcoming period. Then he became then all the processions. Then initially they have informed Lord Ram about it. Then Lord Ram also become happy. Okay, now I will get an opportunity to serve the people of Ayodhya in different roles. Then he had also accepted that responsibility very happily. Then what happened? Then suddenly everybody in the kingdom they were happy actually. Even all the queens of Dashrath Maharaj, including Kaikeyi, everybody was happy. But there was only one person in the kingdom. She was not happy. Who was that person? Then that person was Manthara actually. No, that Manthara, she was the maid servant of Kaikeyi. And till that period, Kaikeyi was the one of the favorite queen of Dashrath Maharaj. Right? So that's why everybody used to respect Kaikeyi so much. And this Manthara, she was the pet maid, like it was a cheap maid of the Kaikeyi. So that's why she also used to get a lot of respect because of that actually. It's happened like for example, chief minister रहता है and whoever PA of the chief minister is also there. He also getting almost same respect as the chief minister actually because what whoever people all the people from the kingdom of the all the people from the state, if they want to get done some work through chief minister, then they have to go through that PA. In the same way, the situation was also the same into Ayodhya. Like because Kaikeyi was the pet queen, he was although she was the smallest queen, but she was one of the favorite queen of Dashrath Maharaj. Then she had a lot of influence on Dashrath Maharaj also. And Manthara, she was because she was the chief maid servant of the Kaikeyi. Because she followed the Kaikeyi from her maternal kingdom, like जो उसका माहेर था ना वहां से she came along with the Kaikeyi at the time of marriage. And so that's why from his childhood she was very close to Kaikeyi. And she was also getting used to get a lot of respect actually. But when she heard that now Lord Ram will be becoming the kingdom of Ayodhya, then she became insecure actually. Then she started thinking, now if the Lord will become the king of Ayodhya, then obviously Sita will become the queen. No, and uh, and because Kaikeyi was like a stepmother of Lord Ram, then she will not be having that much influence on Lord Ram, what she used to be have on Dashrath Maharaj. Then she become insecure actually. And what happened? Then this insecurity lead her to create envy about the Lord Ram. No, so that's what one of the one of the aspect of the obstacle in our relationship is what envy. And how did envy arises? Envy arises due to insecurity. So the same insecurity arises in the heart of Manthara And that insecurity created envy about Lord Ram. And because of that envy, what she did? Then she went very upset. She was very upset and she went to Kaikeyi and she started thinking. She was like started talking to her like with very cold like. Actually, it's very difficult. Actually, it's very difficult to. Although she was a maid servant, but still she was talking. She was talking very harshly to Kaikeyi. She was talking, ki, why you are becoming so jubilant? No. Then she told, no, like Dashrath Maharaj. Then Kaikeyi told to her, ki Dashrath Maharaj has told, Dashrath Maharaj has announced today ki Lord Ram will become king of Ayodhya. Because till that time also, because up to this time, before Manthara is putting the seed of envy into the heart of Kaikeyi, actually Lord Ram was one of the most famous prince of all the kingdom of the all the citizens in the kingdom of the Ayodhya. And even Lord Ram was favorite to Kaikeyi also. So he used to love him more than her own child Bharat also actually. That's why she was also happy. Then Manthara told to him, okay, now are you understanding what is happening over here? So if Lord Ram he will become the king, then what will happen? You are the like a stepmother of Lord Ram. Then then now whatever respect you are getting, you will not get a respect. Then you will become like maid servant only. She told to him like you will become like maid servant only. Nobody will respect you in the kingdom. Your situation will become very pathetic. She told to Kaikeyi like that. And Kaikeyi's heart also got transferred because of that. Because it's what happens whenever we associate with envious person, then whatever envy that person is having, the same kind of envy also arises in our heart. So that's why it is also very important. So that's why we force a lot into spiritual life. It is very important to associate with the devotees. At the same time, we have to avoid the association of the non-devotees. Because what devotees, they are they love Lord so much. So if we associate with them, then our love for Lord also get enhances. On the other hand, non-devotees or materialistic people, they are envious toward the Lord. They are envious toward the opponents about the Lord. They are envious toward the glories of the Lord. And if we associate with such envious people, then slowly, what happens? Then we also start, then slowly, that envy also start arising in our heart. Then we also start envying about the Lord. Then we also think, okay, what is the need to chanting? What is the need to glorifying the Lord? क्या जरूरत है Hare Krishna करने का? What is the need of to like glorifying Lord always only? No, then we started. Then instead of focusing on the Lord, we start focusing on ourselves. Actually, how I will become happy, how I will enjoy. No, the same thing happened with KK also. KK initially she was happy because initially her pleasure was the pleasure into pleasure of Lord Ram. But now when Manthara she put it a seed of envy in her heart, then she becomes self-centered and she started thinking about on herself, our own pleasure, our own comfort. And then Kaikai, they still, then Kaikai was still confused. Then know what to do now because Dashrath Maharaj has already announced. Now what I can be do like what can be in my hand now? Everything is announced. Then Manthara she had reminded her two boons given by the Dashrath Maharaj to Kaikai. So actually once upon a time uh, then demigod Adeva invited Dashrath Maharaj to fight with some demons. And then Kaikai she also accompanied Dashrath Maharaj. And when Dashrath Maharaj was fighting, then somehow Kaikai she had a save Dashrath Maharaj. No, one arrow was coming and she took that arrow on herself and she saved Dashrath Maharaj. Then Dashrath Maharaj she became very happy. Then Dashrath Maharaj became very happy and very obliged. And then in the state of happiness, he has told Kaikeyi, I am giving you that two boons. So whatever you want to ask, you can ask from me now. Then Kaikeyi told him, no, I'm not feeling like asking anything. I'm happy with whatever you have given to me. Then still Dashrath Maharaj, he was insisting to her. And then she tells, it's okay, no issue. If you really want to give me something, then just keep this to phone, no, as a deposit, fixed deposit with me. So whenever I want, I will, whenever I feel in future, now so I'm not feeling to ask anything because you have given me everything. But if in future, if a need arises, then I will ask. Then Dashrath Maharaj said, no problem. Then that's what happened. Then it's a very important things to learn from this situation also. You see, so whenever we are happy, then we become very jubilant actually. Then it's very important. So there, even in Chanakya, he says, when you are happy, then don't give promise to anyone actually. One should not give promise to anyone when we are very much happy, and we should not answer to anyone when we are angry. So when we are happy, then what happens? Then we don't think too much about the future, and we just give we just give that person like anything, and then afterward we regret. And when we are angry, then our heart is not stable, then our mind enters is not stable. Then in that situation, we can say anything to anyone. Like, so that's why when we are happy, then we don't have to give a promise. And when we are unhappy, then we don't have to say anything to him, like anything to anyone, like. So that's why that was one of the biggest mistake made by Dashrath Maharaj, to give that promise. And he has given the boon. You can ask me anything. He said like that. That was also actually giving boon is also not right. So it's not wrong actually. If you want to ask anything, but what the kind of boon he had given to the Kaikai, he told to Kaikai, you can ask me anything from this world, because what Dashrath Maharaj was so powerful. Even demigod, they used to take the help of Dashrath Maharaj whenever they used to be into trouble. So then somehow Dashrath Maharaj, he became into that mood of a like king, and then he has given that promise. And then Manthara had reminded Kaikai about this boon. And then he told ki Dashrath Maharaj has given you this boon. Then you can use this boon now nicely. Then then Kaikai, she goes she goes to Kopa Bhavan. Actually, during the when then king, because when we talk about king, then king they used to have a palace. तो palace ऐसे नहीं रहता कि 2 BHK 4 BHK ऐसा नहीं रहता था. So in that palace, there used to be like a different types of palaces. Inside a big palace, there used to be different types of facilities into different mood. So there used to be like a Ranga Mahal bhi rehta tha, like where king they used to hear different music and dance and other type of thing. Then there used to be assembly used to be there. When king they used to be have a meeting with his minister, and there used to be different types of assembly where king used to have a audience with the citizen from this kingdom. And even there used to be different palaces for the queens. And even in that palaces there used to be separate places for different situation. For some when they want to some pay some sports and activities, then different areas used to be there. And even whenever they film, they used to be angry. Then for that film, Kopa Bhavan used to be there. Kopa Bhavan means वहाँ पे she used to go and she used to become angry, and then king used to come and they used to pacify her. So pleasant used to be there. Then the Keikei, she went into the Kopa Bhavan, and she sits there. And then somehow Dashrath Maharaj, he was very happy because he just now he announced in the kingdom he will coronate Lord Ram as a kingdom. And then he wanted to give that news to Kaikeyi because she was his favorite queen, right? Then he just went to her, and then he went into the palace of Kaikeyi, but he didn't found her there. And then he asked the maid servant. Then maid servant told me now she went into Kop Bhavan. Then he became amazed actually. Why? What it leads to her to go into Kop Bhavan? Such amazing situation is there. No, tomorrow there will be the coronation ceremony of Lord Ram is there, and everybody there is a situation of festival in Ayodhya, and what leads to Kaikai? Because Dashrath Maharaj he was also aware. Kaikai he also loved Lord Ram so much. So then that thought also didn't came into his mind because this announcement of coronation of Lord Ram it leads to her into that angry mood. Then he goes there and he tried to ask her actually. Then she tells her, ki, I just want to ask you that two boons you have given me in the past. Then she tells, ki, first boon is what? You should send Lord Ram into send Lord Ram into the jungle for 14 years. And second boon she asked, you should coronate Bharat on the place of Lord Ram. This was second boon. So when Dashrath hear that thing, then he became completely amazed. And he became completely shattered actually. He just collapsed on the ground by hearing that words of Kaikai. And because he was also not understanding what it leads to Kaikai to ask such cruel thing from him actually. Then he become completely morass actually. Then, but on the other hand, all the ministers of the Dashrath Maharaj, they were preparing the whole that coronation ceremony. Like even there are different rishis and munis were there held by Vashishta. So they were bringing different holy water from different holy rivers, and whatever different types of things are required for coronation yajna ceremony. So they were collecting all the ingredients. Right. On the other hand, the ministers they were creating all arrangements for food and other everything. And then when all every arrangement was got completed, then Suman he came to he came to meet Dashrath Maharaj. And then he didn't found Dashrath Maharaj there in the palace. Then he went. Then someone told him Dashrath Maharaj into that Kobhavan. Then he went. Actually, he became amazed initially by seeing that word of Kobhavan, but he went into that Kobhavan. And when he saw that king was lying on the floor in the one corner. Then when Sumant saw that situation, then he became like completely amazed. Then what happens to this king? Because tomorrow he was so happy. Yesterday he was so happy because he had announced the coronation thing of Lord Ram, and now he was like completely more. What things leads to him like that? Then Kaikai actually he hadn't given any response to her, Dashrath Maharaj. Then Kaikai told him, Dashrath Maharaj wants to meet Lord Ram. Now you just go and meet Lord Ram. You just go and meet Lord Ram and ask him, Dashrath Maharaj is remembering you. And Sumant, he was really got shake. He really also become amazed because still he was not having any clear understanding what happened. But still he was amazed. Then he quickly goes and he goes to meet Lord Ram. And then when he enter into the palace of Lord Ram, then he saw that Mother Sita, Lord Ram was very beautifully decorated with different ornaments, like early morning. And he was very looking very beautiful at times. And Mother Sita was also standing just near to him, and they were both of them. They are talking very sweet, having very sweet discussion. And at that time, Dashrath Maharaj, Sumant, he told to Lord Ram, he told to Lord Ram, that Dashrath Maharaj wants to meet you this time. So as soon as he hears that words, then you just see the reply of Lord Ram. Then Lord Ram told to Mother Sita. He told to Mother Sita, my father is calling me. Definitely, my father have planned something good for us. So let me go and meet him. You just see, because Lord Ram, he is a Trikalagani. He knows the heart of all the souls, and he was aware what will going to be happen now. And he just wanted to give that idea to Mother Sita. They have really planned something good for us, and we have to be ready for that. Like, so that is what attitude of Lord Ram was there. Like even in the difficult situation also, he start thinking the good intention. Like he always sees, even in bad situation also, he sees the good intention of that person. And then what he does, uh, just one minute. Yeah. Then when he told ki Lord, his father has really planned something very amazing for both of us. because generally it's a very natural tendency between all the living entities to find faults. Like whenever we communicate with someone, then always we just try to find some fault. Whenever somebody does some activity, then instead of judging the intention of that person, mostly we see that actions. So whenever something happens to us, there are two aspects are there. One is action and there is intention. So that's why whenever something happens to us, when someone says something to us, then we have to see both the things, action also and intention also. So so whenever sometimes something wrong happened with us, or sometimes our parents they become angry on us, or sometimes some parents they become angry on the children, then what? If we superficially see the action of becoming angry, then it may feel bad actually. But if you see the intention, their intention is what? Intention is good of their own children also. Whenever you see, like sometimes some small children are there in the family, and suddenly they just wants to touch something hot things, like some hot kadai is there or hot dishes are there. Just go and they just want to touch that. Their mother, father, they just chastise them like mother or father. Even they slap also to them. So the if you see externally if you see the action, then action may not feel palatable to us. But if you see the intention, then that intention behind, if you see the intention, then we can see the love into that action, love of that person through that actions. Although the action seems to be very cruel to become slapping the children, but if it's the intention, then we realize the love of the parents behind that action. So that's what the quality of Lord Ram is there. Even into the most difficult situation, also he sees the intention of that person. Like then Lord Ram. And then what he does, then that time Lord Ram, he was very, very beautiful garland of flowers. Then what he does, he removes that flowers garden here and he gives that flower gardens to Mother Sita. He puts into the neck of Mother Sita. And then she smiles by seeing that activity actually. And Valmiki Muni, he describes in the Ramayana to this first tense. Actually, why means what is the intention? Why Lord Ram had placed that garland to Mother Sita's neck? Because actually it was one of the gift was given by Lord Ram to Mother Sita. Actually, it was like it is kind of one signal to Mother Sita. My dear Sita, now henceforward, I will renounce whatever all wealth I will be having in Ayodhya now. So henceforward, I will be only able to offer you the flowers available in the jungle. So that message he wanted to communicate to Mother Sita by giving this garland to her. And at the time he wanted to see the reaction of Mother Sita also. So when he gives the garland, then Mother Sita also she also wears one of the garland to the Lord Ram through her ears. So physically she don't hear, she don't give any garland to Lord Ram, but she accepts that garlands and she doesn't speak anything. She just smiles and she just smiles by seeing that mood. Then Valmiki Muni he tells in the Ramayana, when she smiles, then she actually by smiling she tells to Lord Ram, "My Lord, I am happy to follow the whatever moods you are having." Like so, she was ready to follow Lord Ram in all situations. So that's why it's very, very, very important actually to understand. Here are very beautiful principles are there for good relationships. So good relationships are grow when both are happy in all phases of the life. So like life. So in life there will be different phases because there are happy phases also and sad phases also. So one cannot be happy perpetually in life, and one cannot be sad perpetually in the life. So that's why sadness and happiness they both are the part of the life. So generally what happens whenever a happy phases comes in our life, then we become very jubilant. Even the relationship between to the two people, like in happy situation, it's very nice. But on the other hand, whenever the situation will become reverse, or say whenever situation will become not so good, then what happens? Then that relationship will become dealings will become very unhappy. So that's why it's very, very important. Our relationship grows when what? When we accept, when we become happy on all phases. Sadness, we accept sadness also, and we accept the happy phases also and happy phases also. We embrace both the phases of our life with grace. That's what Lord Ram wants to convey this message to us. So if you really want to thrive in a relationship, then accept that happiness, situation of happiness and sadness with the same grace. And one another thing, why did Mother Sita, she has given that garland of next to Lord Ram? So generally what happens now, like, because Mother Sita, she was not having, when Lord Ram gave that garland of flower to her, then she was not having anything to her. Then she wore the garland to Lord Ram through her eyes. So that's why it is very, very important to accept intangible gift. No, there are two types of tangible gift and intangible gift. Tangible gift means the gifts which are very, very valuable. And on the other hand, some gifts are not that much of valuable actually. So that's why if good relationship has to be survived, then we have to realize the we have to realize the emotion of the person who are giving to you. Instead of the value of that gift, the intention of that person who is giving is very, very important. So this is also one of the second most important aspect of having good relationship. What? Valuing the intention of each other, then valuing the things. That what Mother Sita is conveying here, the second principle of good relationships. And uh, then Valmiki Muni, he goes further deep into that. Then he says he states in the Ramayana what that Mother Sita's invisible garlands are present. Or what invisible garland of Mother Sita represent. So actually, Mother Sita is also called as Sudikshina. Sudikshina is one of the another name of Mother Sita, which means what? Sudikshina means one who is having skill. Sudikshina, who is having skills and strength also. So Mother Sita, she is having both skill also and strength also. So that's why when she was wearing that invisible garland to Lord Ram, then she wanted to convey him. My Lord, whatever complicated situation that may arise in our life in future, so I will be there with you with whatever skill I may be having. So I will be there with you, standing very firmly with you. So there is also a very important lesson to learn from this intention or this activity of Mother Sita. So whenever good relationships are there, so good relationships are thrive when people they trust each other. When people they trust each other and they use their own strength or skills to serve each other selflessly. So it is very, very important to have a very good relationship. What? So first we have to trust each other and we have to serve each other with our strength and skills for whatever resources we are having. Then Mother Sita, she had conveyed this message to Lord Ram. My Lord Ram, whatever situation it may be coming in future, so I will be with you and I will be serving you with my strength and whatever resources I may be having in future. So these four principles are very, very important to have a very good relationship. First is what? Habit to see good in others. They say when Sumant he came to call Lord Ram to meet Dashrath Maharaj, there is the good intention. Although he know as a Paramatma residing in everyone's hearts, now what Dashrath Maharaj he may be going to tell me. He may going to tell me to go into forest. But what? But still he told me. What he told to Mother Sita, he surely our parents they could have planned something better for us. So that's why seeing good intention, seeing good into others, seeing good into every action. This is the first thing. This is one of the first important principle having good relationship. Then second is what? Second is what? Finding happiness into all phases of our life. So whatever sad or bad phases it maybe we are facing in our lives, then we should find joy in all phases. We should embrace them with grace. All happiness or unhappiness also. Then third is what? Third, we have to value one another. No, external situation may change, but we should value one another. So this is the third most important principle. And fourth is what? Serving each other with our own strengths and resources, which we may be having. So these four things are very, very important to having the good relationships. So this we can learn from the pastime of this how Lord Ram had dealt the news of that thing. So it is very, very important for us to understand this thing to us. So if you really want to improve our relationship with someone, then we should also understand these four things. So that first, can any one of you tell one thing? So what is the first thing?
Trust.
Yeah, having trust on each other in all situations. Yes, Kalpesh Prabhu. Second,
Find happiness in every situation.
yeah, finding happiness in all phases of our life. No, in our own life, there may be situation will come when we'll feel strong, when we'll feel happy. Sometimes some bad phases will also come, but all in phases also, we have to accept both situation with grace. Yes. Third, Harshal Prabhu, third one.
Serving other person with our strengths and skills.
Yeah. So if you really want to be improve your relationship with others, then you have to serve that person with whatever strength or whatever resources or skills you are having. You have to serve another person selflessly. Serving selflessly other with all resources. And fourth is what? Finding value in each other.
Value.
Yeah. So value each other. So these four things very, very important lessons are there, which we can understand the dealing of Mother Sita and Lord Ram to these pastimes. Okay, so Ram Navami is coming on 31st March, 30 March. So on next Sunday also we'll also discuss another pastimes. उसके बाद में हम discuss करेंगे कि when Lord Ram he goes to meet Dashrath Maharaj and what discussion happened between Dashrath Maharaj, Kaikeyi and all of them, and henceforth how the people of citizens of Ayodhya they react on this news and what happens, how Lord Ram deal this all situations, and what lesson we can learn from this past time. So that we'll see on next Sunday. Okay, okay, Prabhus. So thank you very much.
Yes.
So anybody has
Thank
any
you.
comment?
Yes, Raji. I like the one point that he said in starting, Dashrath Maharaj, he specifically, from his own decision, stated that he wants to resign. And just comparing today's world situation, that if somebody is becoming the PM, or actually the people are trying to become a boss, and nobody wants to become a servant, and nobody wants to serve each other, and that tendency is deeply rooted nowadays in the heart of everyone.
Yeah,
Mm,
it's a very amazing. Actually, what if somebody occupies the some throne, then it actually what happened? Generally, what's happened is materially somebody gets that powerful throne, then that person they stick to that throne. Actually, it's become very difficult for them to live up. But what happened in case of Dashrath Maharaj? Actually, Dashrath Maharaj he was also very, very able king. ऐसा नहीं कि वो एकदम बूढ़े हो गए थे. He was not in the capacity to rule the kingdom. But when he saw Lord Ram, and he realized that my son Lord Ram, he is more capable than me. When he realized that my son Lord Ram he is more capable than me, and the citizen of Ayodhya they love my son more than me. When he realized that thing, then he ready to aside actually. So it is very, very important actually. It will happen there will be always people lower than us, and there always be people better than us. But whenever we see you are finding someone better than us, then we have to keep aside, and we have to give that opportunity to new people. We have to give opportunity to new generations to do something better, do some value addition than us. So that what we can understand from the past tense of Dashrath Maharaj. So as soon as he realized my son is better than me, then he kept aside. He became ready to keep aside, and he gave space to Lord Ram to do something better for the people of Ayodhya. Yes, it's a very amazing point actually. Yes. Anything else? Yes, Ravi bro.
Kaikeyi, actually I read that Kaikeyi was the Apsara, uh, which were sent by Indra, so that Ram can kill Ravana. That was their plan.
No, no, I don't understand. But which pastime?
Sorry, Manthara. Sorry, Manthara. She was actually Apsara actually, and
Uh-huh.
Indra sent intentionally so that Ram can kill Ravana.
Yeah, yeah. So it is directly that Manthara, she was one of the Apsara, and she got a curse, and then she happens to take the birth into Kaikeya kingdom, where Kaikeya's father is to he was running kingdom. Then he and actually yeah, it was a plan of demigods only, so that through Manthara they wanted to because what Lord Ram specifically came into the material world to in order to kill Ravana and all these demons, right? So that's why he just uses different people into different situations so that Lord can be done. And actually, because Lord Ram also wanted to give some time to Mother Sita. Because what when after getting the marriage, because he was living into the kingdom, and Lord Ram always used to be surrounded by so many people, and it was a deep desire of Mother Sita to have to spend some intimate moment to go on weekend actually. No, to go on weekend. Generally, it happens. No, generally now in this world also. No, like generally people they want go on weekend to like different people, Goa, Shimla, here and there. So that's why Lord also that it was the deepest desire of Mother Sita to spend some intimate moment with Lord Ram. And Lord Ram is accustomed all these pastimes so that he can give some time to Mother Sita also. On the same time, he can also kill two other demons also. So both things can be figured out through the same pastime. Yeah, it is there. Okay. Okay, Prabhu. So like yes, Prabhu, you want to say something?
Actually, I was reading Ramayana. So
Uh-huh.
while reading, what I realized that means that while reading that Ramayana, I came to this on conclusion that it removing dirt. That yes, we also have the Ravana tendency in our heart, and I should clean actually. That means cleaning actually somewhat what
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, it takes actually what whenever we hear about different pastimes of Lord Ram or even Lord Krishna, so although pastimes are there and there are hidden messages are there behind every pastime. So we have to understand that message, and we also slowly we have to gain that knowledge, and we also try to implement that thing in our lives, and we also try to be realize whatever answers we are having. So we have to understand that thing, and we just get rid of them, by chanting, by taking association of devotees, right? By reading the scripture, by increasing our knowledge. So we have to first phase is what? First to realize, have a knowledge. So when we'll realize, when we have knowledge, then we will realize, yeah, I am having something. I'm having these faults. This is the first page. Then second phases comes. Then how to get rid of that? What to do now? Yeah. So when we read past times, then help us to realize. It's a very amazing thing actually. Whenever we read past times, and if you are realizing, yeah, I'm also having, then we are in a better position actually. That's what is the purpose of all these past times actually.
And
Yes.
we can understand that need to take shelter of Lord uh,
Yes.
after reading that.
Yeah, because what happens when we read the pastimes of the Lord and when we try to read them with proper intention, then then in proper mind we realize the real greatness of the Lord. No, generally when we realize the greatness of someone, then naturally what happens? Then naturally the attraction toward that person get enhances, right? Na?
Yes,
If we realize, we know Lord Ram is great, but when we read the past time, then we realize why Lord is great, why Lord Ram is so great. That thing we understand, and when we understand, then our surrender it's become more and more firm and more and strong actually. Then then whatever our emotions they become natural. When we realize the glory of someone, then it becomes very natural for us to get attracted toward them. Then it becomes very natural to enhance our love toward Lord Ram. It helps us to do so. Yes. So all of you also. So Ram Navami is coming on 30th. So all of you also try to read various pastimes of Lord Ram and try to be meditate upon the various beautiful qualities of Lord Ram and how Lord Ram is dealing with different people throughout the Ramayana. Actually, I really like Ramayana so much actually. So that's why I keep reading Ramayana. From all the pastimes of Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayana are one of my favorite pastimes actually. I take so much pleasure to reading into it. So all of you also, if you get time, try to read the pastimes of Lord Ram and try to meditate upon the very beautiful qualities of Lord Ram and try to imbibe those qualities into ourselves also. And surely one day, small the fragrance of beautiful qualities of Lord Ram will also come into us, and really our life will be perfect that day. Okay, Prabhus. So thank you very much for coming and joining. So we'll meet next Sunday and we'll discuss different pastimes of Lord Ram and we'll try to understand the various lessons which we can learn from those pastimes of Lord Ram. Okay, thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prajji.